Today I'm in the washroom revisiting a porcelain throne I installed about a year ago. I thought I installed it perfectly. However, over time it developed a slight rock and progressed as time went on. So I'm going to investigate and see what we find. So that's pretty bad. And one evening I was in here doing my thing, did some movement, and it tilted up like that, and I heard a crack. And I thought, oh no, did I crack the porcelain base? Investigated. The base is fine, so I believe the bolt pulled through the plastic flange that made that sound. So the first thing we want to do is turn the water off. Flush and hold. Here's the water level right here. Now, if yours is deeper, or maybe I could get this a little lower, I'll show you a trick. Get a bucket of water and pour it quickly. There you go. It's much lower. It's at the very bottom. And the reason you do that is so when you lift the toilet off, minimal water will spill out the bottom. So I use a screwdriver to pop this cap. Wow, might have just pulled off. And then, oh, this is a finger type, but usually it's 1/2 inch or 7/16. We won't need those. It's like a fender washer. That's pretty nice. And since it's new, it's coming right off. There we go. One on the other side. Now remove the water line. Channel locks. Shouldn't be very tight. And there might be a little bit of water. You can put a towel down there to catch it. It's very minimal. There we go. Ready to remove. I drop a towel in front of it. That way no wax will get on the floor. Best place to lift for equilibrium, right here, straight up. Keep the unit level, no water loss. So here's what I found. Both bolts pulled through the flange, so that toilet was just sitting there on its own weight. Those bolts should have been still in the flange. Okay, that's a little waxy. Let me clean up, get some gloves. So I'll have a look at this area. All right. There's the original wax ring, which landed on this towel. Let me get a rag here, clean off the rest. Couple things I'd like to point out. It didn't leak, just hovering on the floor like that. And this was a special order toilet. It's a 10-inch to the center hole. You can see that in the other video when I installed it. I'll provide a link. Oh my, right there it's cracked. That flange. The plastic's cracked. Both sides. So I'm going to have to put some kind of a ring around there. Like a hose clamp that big. That would repair that. Isn't that something? So it pushed out and pulled right through. Alright. So I just got to make sure the hose clamp will not interact with the back of the toilet. Enough room. But that would work. Some kind of a ring that you can clamp. That's amazing. I would have never seen that when I initially installed it. So that's what threw me off. At least I found the problem. Here's a peek at the bolts. They're in great shape. And this is put on after this slides through the porcelain toilet, and you put this on top, and it sandwiches the porcelain and the bolt to keep the bolt straight. You don't have to use these. You can see this one took a beating. Might be able to straighten it out, but you don't need them. It just helps line it up, keeps it straight when you're hovering the toilet over installing. I just realized as long as the hose clamp is not higher than the flange, it will clear. So I need a hose clamp 7 1/4, 7 1/2 will work. And I'd like to explain these bolts while I'm here. You can see they're elongated, and this area is larger. That's so you can get the bolt down in there and slide in. It doesn't go in this way, but you turn it, bring it in here, and then turn it to the widest point and pull up. Now, if I can get a little bit larger washer to fit in there, I'm going to do that to make it, because if it's turned sideways here, if it gets sideways, it's almost coming out. I don't like that. So I'm going to get a larger washer to fit in here, and in any direction this turns, the washer will be wider than this narrow point. Plus the clamp, I'll be good. 7 1/4 hose clamp. It's about the same size as the base. So now it'll be the same size all the way around. There are other style fixes for this, adapters and whatnot, but this being a cement floor, this is the easiest fix. Bolts. I want the bolts as far back as I can go because this is offset, which means this was not set in correctly. You can see it's going to pull right out. It should have been turned a little bit. I have to go this far before it grabs, because there's the big opening. So this one's going to have to go this way. I really don't like this. These, earlier I said goes on top of the porcelain. They don't. They go here. Keep your bolt straight. Measure out from the wall, set them the same so your toilet sits square against the back wall. Wax ring with rubber flange, extra thick. I normally install this on the flange. However, since there's an offset and this hole is larger than this area, I'm going to put it on, slide it back till it hits the lip. Due to the offset would help. And this goes down into the drain. And then this seals to the toilet and to the flange. And this is just a directional guide. From here, I'm going to rock it forward, but keep it lifted so that doesn't hit the towel, and straight on. So you hover over top and look through the bolt holes to line them up. I got one peeking through. There's the other one. Got a slight rock. Now I'll have to revisit my video for the initial installation. I don't remember it rocking. However, I'm going to shim it, and that pressure could cause that flange to break. So this is a confession. I missed that base on the initial installation. Snug up the wing nut, both sides. So I got this tight against the back wall, and I got this wedged here, and then I do the final snug, both sides. And I'm going to use some shims both directions to make it equal. And then tighten them up. And I could go in straight in this way, but it's on an angle because these are wedged. So I might put a little glue on the bottom of them when I put them in place so they don't shimmy outward. Now you can also use cedar or treated shims. However, the treated ones, if they're still wet, they'll shrink a bit, and the cedar will eventually rot out. So plastic, especially being on concrete, moisture, never rot. So I'm going to put the grippy side up, the grip to the toilet. A little bit of glue on this side to grip to the concrete. So more than likely, this is going to get messy, which I don't like. I don't like it. So I'll go with a thin layer. Thin is key. Yeah. So I'm putting the thinnest under. I'll get it even right here with the edge. And then slide this in. Use the scissors to create resistance. I'll tap that all the way in. To hide it, so I won't have to cut it. Very nice. And tap this over. Look at that large gap. That's ridiculous. However, the best bet would be mix up some mortar mix and squish all in around there, and then you'd have support and a seal. No caulk debate. So I'll probably put another shim here and I'll be good. I could caulk that to hide it, but it's not going to rock anymore. That's for sure. Water supply. I probably should have tested the toilet before shimming. Hand tight is sufficient, but I give it just a little turn. Turn the water on. Give it a couple more flush. Check for leaks. Sturdy, no rocking. Not any direction. I mean, it's like rock solid. Got the cap on. A little bit of gray paint. That dries, it'll look perfect. No leaking. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Hope this has helped someone. If you'd like to watch the initial install of this toilet or the installation of this spigot, I'll provide a link